Whew! And we are back. You guys thought we were over with. Nah, we got a whole other part of the show we're going to talk about. So that's right. This is over an hour of just pure, just random Hawks basketball playoff, whatever talk. But we do that anyway. Joining me for this second half, you know him, you love him, except for when he's sarcastic, but he's sarcastic all the time. Garrick, welcome back, man.
I guess it's good to be here, Josh.
I guess it's good here. Garrick, so in the midst of like the playoffs and right now watching the Cleveland essentially get what happened to them in game 2, what happened to us right now in game 2 against Cleveland. There was actual Atlanta Hawks news during the week. Did you manage to hear this?
Mike Scott's charges were brought up. Is that what we're talking about?
This is why I bring you on here. Yes, Mike Scott. He got literally there was a screen camera on Mike Scott and it went to black and white and said wasted or busted. He had to pay the $500, got out of jail and lost all of his weapons, so he has to go back to what's it called? Ammo Nation to go restock. No. We talking about Jeff Teague. The Jeff Teague trade rumor, Garrick. You've heard about this?
Yeah.
The lesser of the two. Hawks news. Man.
The long-awaited Jeff Teague trade rumor.
So let me ask you real quick, because this is actually in the news, do you think this is actually happening or it's just a rumor?
That's tough to say. We've seen Hawks rumors be just that, rumors in the past. So I think it's a possibility though. But you know that since I've said it on this podcast countless times.
What, of Jeff Teague getting traded?
Yeah.
Oh, I think like everyone. But yes, Garrick has said it. Though we thought draft night, and our thing was the whole Utah dimension with Utah about a week ago or so. But I want to say, when did this news break? Thursday? Friday? I forgot. Sometime around then. When did this? June 2nd. What day is June 2nd? Thursday. So apparently there was a report of Atlanta discussing a deal involving Teague and Noel Nerlens from Philadelphia. Garrick, I was kind of shocked because I didn't think we'd be able to get something like Nerlens in return for Jeff, who's on and expiring. What were your initial thoughts on this?
I'm so glad Sam Hinkie had to die for this. That was my first thought. But I thought Nerlens Noel was past our wildest dreams.
I'm right there with you. I was just talking everyone who's listening and letting Garrick know that I've been cheating on him and doing a podcast behind his back. But I was just talking to James Hollis again, and he was saying, I don't know what's up with the Colangelos when I heard that rumor. He asked me about it. I said, I thought it was a joke in the sense that that's so unbelievably good that it can't be real. And so Noel, well, then he asked me, let me get your thoughts on this. What do you think this means for Horford? Do you think this means anything for Horford, or it's just we're getting a piece for Jeff?
Yeah, I think for right now we're getting a piece for Jeff, and depends on what Horford decides to do. I think they'll be reactive to that, but I don't think for right now. I think they just want to get an asset for Jeff Teague.
That would be that'd be nice. So Noel, only 22, still young, incredibly athletic, has the hair. And what am I missing from him? He can't shoot. He could block shots though. Do you think this would be as more something like, so Splitter, I understand you've been hurt last year. Or
Yeah.
is this insurance for your Mike Scott joke that you had earlier?
They do need Mike Scott insurance, but probably more offense. 'Cause I don't know where they're going to get offense off the bench. If T goes and Schroeder moves to starting lineup, and Scott goes to Leavenworth or Rikers or
Records.
Angola or wherever he's going.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, also another thing is this kind of like if that trade were to go down and Horford breaks her heart and signs with another team, this helps the blow, doesn't it? That would help the blow. It would hurt if Horford left, but at the same time, it's kind of like if that trade were to go down and you have like, a building block, kind of, just to start with of Dennis and Noel, that
lob connection would be
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. My heart won't hurt as much. I'll at least have something to look forward to. We won't be Nets fans. That's what we'll be. But anyway, later in the report is Covington was added along with Nick Stauskas. Now, I'm looking at the measurables of Covington. I think he could be something if he came to Atlanta. Guy who's like 6'9", swing guy who could play on the wing. Play on the wing, he can hit a shot every so often. If he can, actually defend, goodbye Kent Bazemore. In that sense.
Covington was the guy I wanted to draft in the second round a few years ago. He could shoot in college. He went to Tennessee State or something like that, Middle Tennessee State, somewhere around there.
Man, I should have had you on the first part of the pod. Make Callcast Productions look good for our knowledge. It's always
and Hawks love their small forwards to hit that corner three.
Man, we'll actually have, and that would really help the blow. Covington, Noel, Teague. Not Teague. Dennis. That would help the blow of Horford leaving if he left. But I saw Covington. I was like, okay, this can't be real because just Covington alone, along with Nerlens, just seemed kind of like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. I don't know. Personally, it must be something happening because if it were me, I would personally be hitting like that button for trade.
Yeah, force trade.
I'd be accept trade. Unless if it gets blocked for basketball reasons, but that and Stauskas. I don't know. How should I feel about Stauskas, Garrick? Has he done anything like to like really prove that he's any better than Hardaway?
No, they're both Michigan guys. I believe.
Yeah, so I was thinking Michigan shooting guards.
Should feel ambivalent about Nick Stauskas. He was supposed to be a shooter, but he's not that good a shooter. The Kings gave him up for a first round. Well, they sent a first round draft pick.
I'm not sure how to evaluate that just because it's the Kings and because it was, well, I don't know.
Yeah, but he would just be another guy.
Ugh. All right. Do you think we would have to give up anything with Jeff to get those guys?
Yeah. I think
I'm
Yeah,
thinking we're losing a draft pick.
Minnesota pick or our pick, either one, but probably our pick.
Yeah.
The Minnesota pick is an unknown right now, so
Well, I like how the rumor came up, and the rumor is just gone now. But uh, it is. Hmm. It was just surprising to hear that. So, man, that is the week in Hawks news, Garrick. Do we have
probably the biggest rumor. I mean, the one rumor that we're gonna get until free agency.
free agency? When's the draft start? Isn't that
June
20,
20 something.
20 something? Okay. So, man, are trades even allowed like this early, or don't we have to wait for that?
I have no idea. I know they're frowned upon with the finals going on.
They're frowned upon, but the rumor came out, which makes me wonder, how did this rumor leak out? Um, I wonder.
I
Let
think
me.
we'll send out one of his little birds like Varys and what's the guy's name that works for Yahoo
Oh,
who broke the rumor?
what Woj?
The another guy from Yahoo got it, broke it. He's one of Woj's little
Oh,
ravens, one of his little birds that he sent out.
one of my little birds. I don't know who broke it. Who broke the news? Shams. I'm looking at
Yeah,
this
that
tweet.
that guy.
I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his last name. The vertical. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Not even going to try it. So I, for one, am just excited for just rumors that's going to happen. Man, if we somehow get him. I don't know, Garrick. Still keeping the dream alive for Kevin Durant.
Good luck with that.
Even though we'll see if that happens. So the news is shocking to hear. It was surprising to hear. I, for one, approve. I approve of this message for us to get him. Garrick approves. If we can get those two, thank you, Jeff. It's your last will and testament for the Hawks, if that's what you give us. And we, for one, appreciate it. Now, Garrick, let's get into the other half of the reason why I started this. Did you turn the excuse me? Did you decide to watch Game of Thrones tonight?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Don't you love how at the end of it, it seemed like I was watching The Equalizer, but in a Game of Thrones world with with
The Hound.
the
Yeah.
Hound. Yeah,
Yeah.
he picked up that axe, and I'm like, oh, The Equalizer. I'm kind of shocked the people who attacked that village did it during the day, but I learned not to expect too
There's
much.
no say time in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's true. Tell that to what's her name, Arya. Even though when that happened, I was kind of like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, you saw the old lady out here in the background. You're like, there, yeah, she's about to get something.
So, do you think they think she's dead, or do you think they're gonna chase after her to like find the body or whatever?
Mm, that's a good question. He could be, he's
He's everywhere.
take any form, so he could be watching her anywhere. So I doubt that he probably thinks she's dead.
Good thoughts. Good thoughts. And we see the other half where everyone is gathering their army. Okay, so here's the thing that's going to be really upset me. I'm going to be out of town the week from the 15th to the 18th, which is going to be not next week's episode, but the week after, meaning I know I'm going to miss something big to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to upset me.
You got a DVR?
No, well, I can always just catch it.
Yeah, HBO Go?
Shouldn't you? Man, there's some little kid outside yelling. Need to throw something at him and tell him to shut up. But I have HBO. I will be able to watch it, but I'm going to have to just watch it afterwards. So I'm just going to have to avoid social media until then. But, man.
We also saw Braun return.
Yeah, they brought Braun back. A lot of characters they brought back. Brought Braun back. They brought back dude from the wedding that I wondered what happened to him. They brought back the Hound. But most importantly, they brought back Braun because I was wondering, he's here. That means they're going to fight somebody.
Yeah. And we maybe got Theon back, maybe.
Oh. I was just about to mention that. So that scene where they showed Theon, were you like, oh, poor Theon? I was looking at that. I was like, oh, Theon. I'm sorry.
His sister's getting action, and he can't. But, yeah.
They showed the sister. Anyway, it was a very Game of Thronesy week, and I don't know. It's all building for a giant battle, to which I'm assuming is going to happen when I'm not going to watch it, when I'm going to miss the episode. I'm going to miss the live tweets, everyone. You heard that here. Anyway, so real quick, before we sign out of here, 2 comments. Did you see Shumpert's hair tonight?
I'm looking at it now.
Somebody made a
Go ahead.
Okay, so somebody made a comparison of him and you know the guy from what was that show? The Disney show, Proud Family, Uncle Bobby, Proud Family. Somebody made that comparison.
I was gonna say, what's the guy in Fifth Element?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay, and then my second comment is, do you think there would be more chaos, and how hilarious would it be if someone else won the Finals MVP besides Steph, thus being the second year in a row Steph didn't win the Finals MVP?
Did he have a good game today?
I don't think so. I mean, he had an all right game, but remember, he was in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Draymond had the better game this game. Remember, Livingston had the big game last. Actually, Barbosa has kind of had the best series, which is funny. Yeah. Let me see this. I'm looking it up right now. Golden State. I can't say things like that. The Golden State fans here will get upset and be angry. Okay, yeah, Curry had 18, 7 for 11. He actually had a pretty good game. Okay, Curry had a decent game. But Draymond had like the courageous, the good game. Although Steph only played 24 minutes this game. I feel like they need to give it to Klay Thompson just because he got them to the finals. He carried them to the finals.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? what chaos do you think will be caused if that happens?
If Draymond won it after he should have got suspended,
Well, I
that
feel.
would be kind of crazy.
Oh, hold on. I'm looking at this interview right now that they have on TV. There's a dude, not with his phone, but with his iPad, taking a photo. Oh, Warriors fans never change. I like it. He's just looking up at their hands. So Draymond being the bad guy because of that, is it odd? Do you think? Does that make Della Vadova like so much
No.
worse?
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna say make him a good guy or
No,
make him pathetic.
no. Dirty Deli's still dirty.
Yeah.
Anyway, rooting for the chaos. But I think that's it for us today. We have got in a good amount of recordings today. Good amount of time talking about everything. You get the stamp of approval for the Jeff T. Noel Nerlens trade from me, Josh, and Garrick. Garrick, any last words?
No, Josh, I don't think I do.
Cool. All right, man. We are out, guys. That's it for this week. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Zip it in and zip it out.
We'll leave on that one.